Well, Brian, you gotta remember, LeBron James played for the Oakland Slam Jam Soldiers, which was a AAU team that I sponsored early on in my career. And I always knew about LeBron James since he was 15 years old. Had conversations with him while he was still in high school. Went to a lot of vast majority of all his AAU games because I was the NBA guy. I was the NBA guy behind the AAU team. So having an opportunity to fast forward, to play with him was like, what is this? Because I remember when he was 15 years old, Calvin Andrews, who is now Aaron Gordon's agent, was my agent at the time and Carmelo agent at the time. He was my AAU coach when I was in AAU. Calvin Andrews said, "You want to go see the best basketball player to ever touch a ball?" I said, "Where at?" He said, "Go over there in Gym 5." I forgot where was that. He said, "Go to Gym 5." Go to Gym 5, and I'm watching LeBron James play at 15 years old because we're trying to recruit him to come to Soldiers, and I'm like, he's not doing anything special. He's just making the regular pass, and well, actually, that is the right pass, and he's rebounding. His team is up 20. He had a triple double. It didn't look like he had it didn't look like he had a triple double. Like it wasn't nothing flashy. It was just all like, I'm gonna win this game. It's straight to work. And I was like, nah, I don't think he's the best player in the world. Go over there to Gym 1 and go look at that boy Chris Duhon. He just made 7 threes in a row. I was like, hey, because Chris Duhon was like supposed to be like one of the top guys in the country at the time. Right. I was like, he's not better than Chris Duhon. He's not better than Chris Duhon. And then slowly but surely, I got to see him in a couple other tournaments. We had a tournament at Cal Berkeley he came and played at, and we were down 20 points. And how he willed the team together. And I think we brought him and Drew Bryce off the bench because we also had him. That was his point guard in high school. We had brought them off the bench and say, hey, just because who y'all are, you still got to come off the bench for the Soldiers. LeBron James came off the bench.
Wow.
Single-handedly brought our AAU team back down 20 points to win the championship, get MVP. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see some type of difference. Like, he's different. Then the TV games is televised, his high school games. I'm like, okay, he's making those strides, and he is the talk of the town. By the time I got to him in Cleveland, man, Scott Williams, who played with Michael Jordan, was like, I asked him, I said, yo, is he better than Michael Jordan? Like right now at this age, or like a 23-year-old Michael Jordan, like a 24-year-old Michael Jordan? He's like, yes. I said, how about like a 25, 26 Michael Jordan? He's like, yes. I was like, how about like a 28, 29? And he's like, you know what? He still got some more time for that. But like, I was like, okay, he's a Michael Jordan. And me being his teammate and being able to get the information from Scott Williams, who won 2 championships with Mike, you could kind of start seeing like, yo, he is different. But we were just fortunate enough to see it every day where we got used to it. The outside world wasn't used to it,
Hey, Drew, you know what? Since you've been watching LeBron since he was 15, are you amazed at how this young man, or man now, has worked on his game to see his body just fill out the way it has become to be? I mean, I always say that Larry Bird was the hardest player for me to ever have. I'm so glad I never had to play against LeBron James because it would have been difficult.
Yeah. Listen, his development, just get back to his development. I mean, when I was with him in his early on years, he didn't really lift weights. He didn't really take training serious like that. I mean, he was a phenom. I mean, this man was a real superhero. He is a superhero. And I think when he first started taking things serious is when he got with Mike Mancias, who was, I believe, an intern at the time with us in Cleveland. Wow. And it all started like this. LeBron James needed somebody to go stretch him out before practice off on the side. Mike Mancias was the guy. Fast forward now, Mike Mancias, wherever you see a guy handing LeBron James a water bottle, anything, stretching him out, he's been in Miami with him. He's been back in Cleveland with him. Now he's in LA with him. So that's like his right-hand man. I think once he got with Mike Mancias, I think he started taking things a lot more serious and getting his work ethic together, because not only that, he's a competitive guy. I feel like he starts seeing what other guys are doing. if guys would not drink alcohol for a whole season, LeBron James doesn't drink alcohol for the entire season. You know what I'm saying? So he's a very dedicated person. But one thing I love about LeBron James is I played with many superstars. When he comes into the room, the energy goes up and it never goes down.
Wow.
You know, it's always on a positive note. And I think that's what makes him so much of a success story, because there's no teammate or ex-teammate that does not want to play with LeBron James. They want to play with LeBron James.
You know what, Drew, I'm glad you said that like that, because that was exactly how Magic Johnson was. When Magic came into a room, I mean, it went up, man. And like you said, it doesn't go down till that guy leaves. And sometimes their mystique over the team that they're around every day, even when they leave the room, because of the standards he set, that volume stays up there. But I mean, that's a great analogy or a way to say, when them players like Magic, LeBron, I'm pretty sure Kobe was the same way. When them players come into the fold of a team, they just change the whole atmosphere.
Yeah, and then when they're missing it, you could feel it. I mean, when LeBron James, I clearly remember he missed like 8 games in a row. I don't know how many he won, like 2 and 6. And that was the first time, Coop, I seen a double team. I was like, yo, I don't like this. Where you at, bro?